Verse 4. As for our Redeemer, Yahweh of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent, and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Aryans, for you shall no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. I was angry with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into your hand. You did have show them no mercy. Upon the ancient have you very heavily laid thy yoke. And thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever. So that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither did remember the latter end of it.
Been doing so good, man. Ham up the whole earth, you know. You didn't, ain't none of this stuff gonna come up with me. I don't even know what that old man back there was talking about. That was one of them pagan gods. What's his name? God. Right. Go ahead and read, brother.
Verse 8. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwelleth carelessly, that saith in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon you in their perfection for the multitude of your sorceries and for the great abundance of your enchantments.
Right, because I see the queen put something in his mouth. I see the queen. I ain't gonna know no loss of children. I ain't gonna have no sorrow. Everything gonna be good, hunky-dory with me, because I know who I got over here as my slaves. Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna do what I please to do. Right. Go ahead, brother.
That portion.
To read it, say everything the ancient times, so we can see that these Europeans, their cultural extensions from Rome, because it let you know everything the ancient. So when the person in slavery, same people. That's why it says that,
What they did was, they got a big box, they packed up all of their trash, all their gods, everything they needed, and transported it on ships right over here. Yeah. That's all they did.
Just like cold soup being warm over.
Right, so that's all. And we came in and we saw this soup, we had to have that piece of pie, boy. Right? And Lucifer cut us off with it. Yeah. Why you think we just getting this thing here in these latter days, man? Because Lucifer has totally blinded the eyes of our people. Except Yahweh had made covenants with our folks, man, we'd be like Sodom and be made like unto Gomorrah. Yeah. Go ahead and read, brother.
Yes, sir. Isaiah chapter 47, verse 10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, no one sees me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it rises, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know.
Russian already said we got the invisible missiles to do what we want to do with. What they gonna do with this girl is blinder. This is why the scripture said, one post shall run to another, and another post shall run to another, to tell the king of Babylon that his country has been invaded, taken at one end. He ain't gonna even know. They're gonna blind her. Put out the military satellite. She ain't gonna know where it comes. She ain't gonna know who shoot at. Okay. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 12.
Brother, the system went down 4 times this month. The whole system has been down. Why you think they keep showing us these emergency flashes on TV and so forth? They're trying to get the people prepared, man, because the system is short-circuiting. See, they sending what they call those things, mega sun flares upon the earth, brother, from outer space. And you see what it's doing to the electrical system. These Gentiles know what they're doing. America's using the weather to fight with, and Russia's using space to fight with. Yeah, these Gentiles is up on what's going on, brother, and they right at each other, and we right at the doors of our destruction. Y'all can party all you want to. Go ahead and read, brother. The whole world is against America, brother, because America's the problem. See, that's where the problem is. That all the problems that the world is having is emanating from America, and all the other countries know it. So they're trying to get rid of Miss America's pie, brother. That's what they're trying to do, and we're trying to get our slice of it. See, that's what it is. We don't know that we worried about how we're gonna go to a city and work and get gain for tomorrow and so forth and so on, not understanding Yahweh is shutting us down. He got to shut us down in order to get our attention. See, as long as we living about like we want to live, what we need God for? We may not pray but once a month. Some people don't see their Bible from one Shabbat to the other, right? You got to get our attention, and that's what he's doing. He gonna get it, or he gonna get rid of you. One or two. The mouth of Yahweh has spoken this, and we've seen it all down through history. Go ahead and finish up, Steve. Thanks for that information there, brother. Go ahead, man.
Isaiah chapter 47, verse 12. Stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail. You are wearied in the multitude of your counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save you from these things that shall come upon you. Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Thus shall they be unto you with whom you have labored, even your merchants from your youth. They shall wander every one to his quarter, none shall save you.
So everybody's going to start going out to their own quarter, and nobody's going to save America, right? Well, let's go and see who it is that's going to really do the destruction on her. Yirmiyahu chapter 50 and verse 1 through chapter 51 and verse 64. Yirmiyahu chapter 50 and verse 1 through chapter 51 and verse 62. Now they told us it was going to be done. Let's see who's going to do it. And we can see these things in the making already. We can see, that's what I don't understand about Jake. Jake see all of this good stuff coming down the pipe. You know what Jake say? It ain't gonna happen in my day. I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna live till I die, right? You not understand you already dead. A whole lot of walking corpses around here without being in graves now. You can believe that.
It's just sometimes people just don't believe Russia or Europe got the power to take America home. And I told them, do you think you can beat one person stand up against 10? Do you think you can win that fight?
Man, let me tell you something. America armed Europe. Okay? Since World War II, America has been arming Europe. Do you know they got over 300,000 troops in Europe since 1948? Right? Protecting Europe, right? Europe is well ready for any kind of thing to come up on them. America is the one that's why they got to sneak up on this girl. Once they sneak up on this girl, who's going to have the power? Europe, ain't she? Going right back to her mom, ain't it? Right? Okay. Okay. Yeah, she just deceived herself, brother, because she got big-headed because of her wealth that she built up on our backs. Amen. Yeah, Yirmiyahu chapter 50. And pick that up at verse 1, my brother.
The word that Yahweh spake against America and against the land of the Aryans by Yirmiyahu the prophet. Declare you among the nations, and publish and set up a standard. Publish and conceal not. Say, America is taken. Baal is confounded. Merodach is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded. Her images are broken in pieces. For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast. In those days and in that time, says Yahweh, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Yehudah together, going and weeping. They shall go and seek Yahweh, their Elohim.
Praise Yah.
They shall ask the way to Jerusalem with their faces thitherward, saying, Come, and let us join ourselves to Yahweh in a perpetual covenant, that shall not be forgotten.
Wait a minute, now you done had all this time here to do that. Why you just thinking about that? Because you're getting all your problems on you now. Now you want to make a covenant with the God of Israel, huh? Right. Suppose you don't have none of it. Yeah. Go ahead, but you got to earn this. I keep telling y'all, y'all going to have to earn this one. The things were set up in the land before was set up because we had to receive the land, we had to produce the Messiah, we had to go through all that. But this thing right here, this thing here is for your glory. It's for your glory, your demise. You can take it any way you want to. Go ahead and read, brother.
Verse 6. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting
Right,
place.
they got whorehouses everywhere. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 7. All that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries said, we don't offend, because they have sinned against Yahweh, the habitation of justice, even Yahweh, the hope of their fathers. Remove out of the midst of America, and go forth out of the land of the Aryans, and be as the he-goats before the flock.
Be as what? The he-goats. It didn't say the ewe lamb. It didn't say the sheep. It said be as the he-goats before the flock, right? Y'all get that in y'all damn head, man. The he-goats before the flock. Go back into Genesis and see how things were set up, and you'll see you got to be the he-goat before the flock. You saw what happened to Adam, because he played crazy, don't you? And it brought death on us, didn't it? Okay, learn from that experience. Go ahead and read, brother.
Yirmiyahu chapter 50, verse 9. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against America an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain.
Right, they're going to hit everything they shoot at. Everything. America ain't going to be able to knock out nothing out of the air because they ain't going to even be able to see it. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 10. And the land of the Aryans shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, says Yahweh. Because you were glad, because you rejoice, O you destroyers of mine heritage, because you are grown fat as the heifer at grass and bellows as bulls, Europe shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Because of the wrath of Yahweh, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goes by America shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. Put yourselves in array against America round about. All you that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against Yahweh. Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand. Her foundations are fallen. Her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of Yahweh. Take vengeance upon her. As she have done, do unto her. Cut off the sword from America, and him that handles the sickle in the time of harvest. For fear of the oppressing sword, they shall turn every one to his people, and they shall flee every one to his own land.
So when you're talking about the time of harvest, we know just about when that comes. That comes in late summer and early fall, doesn't it? Okay. This is why the Yahweh told you, say, pray that your flight don't be on the Sabbath or in the winter time. But it's going to be in the time of harvest that this is going to take place. Go ahead and read, brother, because we're heading up to our holy days during this time of the year. Go ahead and read, brother.
Verse 17. Yisrael is a scattered sheep. The lions have driven him away. First, the king of Assyria have devoured him, and last, this Nebuchadnezzar, king of Iraq, have broken his bones. Therefore, thus says Yahweh of hosts, the Elohim of Yisrael. Behold, I will punish the king of America and his land as I have punished the king of Assyria. And I will bring Israel again to his habitation, and he shall feed on Carmel and Bashan, and his soul shall be satisfied upon Mount Ephraim and Gilead. In those days and in that time, says Yahweh, the iniquity of Israel shall be sought for, and there shall be none. And the sins of Yehuda, and they shall not be found. For I will pardon them whom I reserve.
For I will pardon them whom I reserve. Ain't that glorious? I'm going to pardon them who I reserve. See, regardless of what you think or what you feel, I'm going to pardon who I reserve. Yeah, go ahead and read, brother.
Verse 21. Go up against the land of the rebels, even against it, and against the inhabitants of visitation, waste and utterly destroy after them, says Yahweh, and do according to all that I have commanded thee. A sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is America become a desolation among the nations? I have laid a snare for you, and you are also taken, O America, and you were not aware. You are found and also caught because you have striven against Yahweh. Yahweh have opened his armory and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Adonai Elohim of hosts in the land of the Aryans. Come against her from the utmost border. Open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left.
Right. When they open up our storehouses, y'all be surprised the treasures and so forth that America is holding for other countries in their coffers for protection, because they know nobody ain't gonna come over here and do too much. There'll be a whole lot of wars over in Europe and Asia, so they knew wasn't nobody gonna come over here and do too much. So they got you'd be surprised crown jewels and everything that got stored in her vaults. Right. That's what we're gonna leave here with. Go ahead and read. Is you talking about reparation? Yeah, go ahead and read, brother.
Yirmiyahu chapter 50, verse 27. Verse 26. Come against her from the utmost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. Verse 27. Slay all her bullocks, let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, for their day is come, the time of their visitation. The voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of America, to declare in Jerusalem the vengeance of Yahweh our Elohim, the vengeance of his temple. Call together the archers against America, all you that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she have done, do unto her. For she have been proud against Yahweh, against the Holy One of Israel. Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, says Yahweh. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, says the Adonai Elohim of hosts. For thy day is come, the time that I will visit you. And the most proud shall fall, shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him.
Gonna kindle a fire in his cities, gonna devour all round about him. You got to be talking about nuclear energy. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 33. Thus says Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Yehuda were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Their Redeemer is strong. Yahweh of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of America.
Praise Yah.
A sword is upon the Aryans, says Yahweh, and upon the inhabitants of America, and upon her princes, and upon her wise men. A sword is upon the liars, and they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed.
They're all political liars, aren't they? Okay. Go ahead, brother.
A sword is upon their horses and upon their chariots and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her, and they shall become as women. A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed. A drought is upon her waters, and they shall be dried up. For it is the land of graven images, and they are mad upon their idols.
Right, well, let's look out in California on that. For the past 15, 20 years, about the past 15, 20 years, those polar caps began to melt. You didn't get that cold air to come up to meet with that Caribbean air that's coming up, and look what's happening. California's dried out. Most of the South down here is dried out. Yahweh knows what he's doing. He's taking care of his business. Let us know it's time for you to go. It's time for you to get your bonus together. Look at the signs of the time. That's all you got to do. All you got to do is read the newspaper. That's all you got to do. Go ahead and read, brother. Instead of watching that boob tube with all that garbage about Barack Obama, what he going to do, he ain't going to do jack.
That's right.
He ain't going to do no more than let him do. And besides, he ain't part of your people no way. Yahweh already told us we ain't going to have no king, no prince, no holy things of our own while we're in this captivity, right? Okay.
Well, you know, like I was talking about last night, and took care of Barack. He went and got him a woman. Just going to pull Clinton a little crowd away from Obama.
I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, I think that's what's going
I
on.
know he got a woman.
Yeah.
I don't know. Y'all ain't told me nothing about that, so I
Yeah.
leave them politics alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead and read, brother.
Verse 39. Therefore the wild beast of the desert with the wild beast of the island shall dwell there, and the isle shall dwell therein, and it shall be no more inhabited forever, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. As Elohim overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, says Yahweh, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein.
Well, we know that old ancient Babylon is in a little town up there in Iraq called Ahila, Iraq. They got people living there. So he's not talking about ancient Babylon in this. He's talking about the nature of things, this beast. This beast that came up out of the sea. Go ahead, brother.
Plus, Elder, too, we can prove that. I mean, it's true because the same people in Iraq, right, the Bible is speaking about, they don't keep Easter and Christmas and the ancient Babylonian customs.
Of course they don't.
So that's why they say she's a virgin daughter of Babylon.
Right.
Haven't really mentioned the catastrophes yet, major catastrophe. So she is the virgin daughter.
Absolutely right, brother. Absolutely right. Go ahead and read, Steve.
Yes, sir. Verse 41. Behold, a people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. They shall hold the bow and the lance. They are cruel and will not show mercy. Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses, every one put in array like a man to the battle against thee, O daughter of Europe. The king of America have heard the report of them, and his hands waxed feeble. Anguish took hold of him, and pains as of a woman in travail. Behold, he shall come up like a lion from the swelling of Jordan unto the habitation of the strong, but I will make them suddenly run away from her. And who is a chosen man that I may appoint over her? For who is like me, and who will appoint me the time, and who is that shepherd that will stand before me?
Right. He say he's going to come up like a lion from the swelling of the Jordan. When Israel started getting their problem over there with the Arabs, America going to send some folks up over there, right? You say I'm going to make them suddenly turn away from you. You know what's going to make them suddenly turn away? You ain't got no country to go back to, boy. Your stuff been destroyed. Now what you going to do? Go ahead, brother.
Verse 45. Therefore hear you the counsel of Yahweh that he have taken against America, and his purposes that he have purposed against the land of the Aryans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them
The
out.
least of the flock is Esau. Go ahead, brother.
Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. At the noise of the taking of America, the earth is moved, and the cry is heard among the nations. Thus says Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against America and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind, and will send unto America fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble there shall be against her round about.
Man, do y'all know that Louisiana destruction was the worst natural disaster that America has ever had? And look what's coming in there now. See, Yahweh say he's going to sweep this country with the broom of destruction. Hurricanes, tornadoes, y'all seeing how they begin being intensified, having a whole lot of atmospherical disturbances all over the earth that's really affecting America. Y'all pay attention. You pay attention. Yahweh is telling you it's time for you to get your bonus ready, Jake. Okay, go ahead and read, man.
Verse 3. Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lift up himself in his brigandine, and spare you not her young men, destroy you utterly all her hosts. Thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Aryans, and they that are thrust through in her streets. For Yisrael have not been forsaken, nor Yehuda of his Elohim, of Yahweh of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Yisrael. Flee out of the midst of America, and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of Yahweh's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense.
Flee out of the midst of America and deliver every man his soul. Deliver your body, right? Well, the only way you're going to be able to deliver your body is to have on that whole armor. And the armor going to have to be shining bright. You ain't going to have no tarnished armor now. And then if you leave any of it home, you're going to lose that part of your body. Go ahead and read, brother.
Yes, sir. Verse 6. Flee out of the midst of America and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of Yahweh's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. America have been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. America is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed. We would have healed America, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. Yahweh have brought forth our righteousness. Come, and let us declare in Jerusalem the work of Yahweh our Elohim. Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. Yahweh have raised up the spirit of the kings of the Russians. For his device is against America to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of Yahweh, the vengeance of his temple. Set up the standard upon the walls of America. Make the watch strong. Set up the watchmen. Prepare the ambushes. For Yahweh have both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of America. O thou that dwelleth upon many waters, abundant in treasures, your end is come, and the measure of your covetousness. Yahweh of hosts have sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men as with caterpillars, and they shall lift up a shout against thee. He has made the earth by his power. He has established the world by his wisdom, and have stretched out the heaven by his understanding. When he uttereth his voice, there is a multitude of waters in the heavens, and he causes the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth. He maketh lightnings with rain, and bringeth forth the wind out of his treasures. Every man is brutish by his knowledge. Every founder is confounded by the graven image. For his molten image is falsehood, and there is no breath in them. They are vanity, the work of errors. In the time of their visitation they shall perish. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Yisrael is the rod of his inheritance. Yahweh of hosts is his name. You are my battle axe and weapons of war, for with you will I break in pieces the kingdoms, and with you will I destroy